Bro, listen close because what I'm about to tell you isn't just some idle chatter or weak motivation fluff. It's raw, brutal, and piercing truth that hits you right in the gut. You accidentally opened their darkest secrets, the ones they buried so deep they thought no one would ever find them. Secrets so dark they could ruin them, expose their fears, break their carefully built masks, shatter their illusions of control and power. You didn't mean to, maybe you weren't prepared, but now that door is open, and there's no shutting it. And in this moment, you stand not just at a crossroads, but on the edge of an abyss, where the truth claws at your soul and challenges everything you thought you knew. This is not a story about innocence or safety. It's a story about facing the raw darkness of human nature, the hidden horrors behind smiles, the silent screams beneath calm voices. You see, when you stumble into someone's darkest secrets, you are holding power, real power, the kind that shakes the ground beneath their feet and makes kings tremble in their thrones. But this power is a double-edged sword. It can destroy, yes, but it can also liberate. It can free you from the chains of lies that suffocate the world. You didn't just discover their secrets, you've ripped open the fabric of their existence, peeled back the layers of their deceit, and now you see the ugly, raw truth beneath. It's terrifying and intoxicating all at once. The question is, what will you do with it? There is a cold clarity that comes when the darkness is exposed. When you see people not as heroes or villains, but as broken souls wrestling with their demons. Their darkest secrets are not just sins or crimes. They are the wounds they hide, the shame they carry, the parts of themselves they wish to bury forever. And here you are, the unwilling witness to their naked truth. They feared this moment, dreaded the exposure, but you, by accident or fate, became the gatekeeper. This is your burden and your blessing. It's heavy, crushing, but it's real. And in reality, there is power, unlike any other. But don't mistake this power for some kind of righteous revenge or petty vindication. Their darkest secrets are not weapons to throw in a fight or trophies to show off. They are shadows that can devour the soul if wielded carelessly. There is a darkness inside all of us, and the moment you peer into someone else's abyss, you risk falling into your own. So hold this power with respect, with cold awareness, but never lose your own humanity in the process. Because the true strength lies not in destroying others, but in rising above the darkness, understanding it, and using it to forge yourself stronger, sharper, unbreakable. Imagine the faces of those whose secrets you've uncovered. The facades will crack, the smiles will freeze, the lies will collapse like rotten walls. And in that collapse, you see the raw vulnerability they hide, fear, guilt, shame, desperation. These are weapons too, though, weapons they have used on themselves long before you arrived. Your knowledge can become a mirror, not just reflecting their flaws, but illuminating your own, because in exposing their darkness, you confront the darkness within you. And that confrontation is where true power is born, not from hiding or running, but from standing in the light, with every scar and every secret laid bare. Don't be fooled by their attempts to reclaim control. The moment you know their secrets, the balance shifts. You hold a key, a map to their inner world that most will never see. But that knowledge is dangerous. It can corrupt your heart, poison your mind, turn your empathy into cruelty if you let it. So guard yourself fiercely. This isn't about becoming the monster you discovered, but about mastering the darkness without losing your soul. Harness it as a weapon for truth, for justice, or for your own awakening. This moment, this accidental exposure, is a crucible that will forge your destiny. Will you let it consume you, or will you rise from the ashes stronger than ever before? Understand this, Everyone has something they hide. Everyone. The people you thought were untouchable, invincible, are riddled with secrets darker than night. What you uncovered was no accident. It was inevitable. Darkness is woven into the fabric of life, into the human experience. The more you resist it, the more it festers and grows. But when you open the door, no matter how scary, you give yourself a chance to confront it, to challenge it, to transcend it. The world will never be the same for you again, because you have seen what others cannot face. And with that vision comes a heavy, undeniable responsibility. You may feel fear, confusion, anger, even disgust. That's normal. Those emotions are the echoes of the shadows you've uncovered. But don't let them chain you down. Use them. Let the fire of their darkest secrets fuel your rise. You are no longer blind to the truth, no longer naive to the cracks in the facade. Well, hold a torch in the darkness, a light that can burn away lies and illusions. But remember, light casts shadows. In illuminating their secrets, you must be ready to face your own. This journey is not for the faint-hearted. It's brutal, unforgiving, and relentless. But if you endure, you will emerge a warrior, a guardian of truth, a force that no darkness can extinguish. So take a breath, steady your mind, and steel your heart. The path ahead is treacherous, but it's yours to walk. Those secrets you opened, they are not just theirs anymore. They are part of your story now. Use them wisely, carry them carefully, and remember, in the darkest secrets lies the rawest power. And power, when wielded with courage and clarity, can reshape destinies, yours included. Now, ask yourself, what will you do with this truth? Will you run and hide, crushed by the weight of what you've seen? Or will you rise, a shadow breaker, a bearer of light in a world desperate for honesty? This is your moment. This is your reckoning. Bro, their darkest secrets exposed, and you hold the key. What comes next is up to you. Bro, the air feels heavier now, doesn't it? Like the world you knew has been peeled back, revealing the rotting core beneath the shiny veneer. It's suffocating and electrifying all at once. You accidentally open their darkest secrets, and suddenly everything you thought was safe and stable is unsteady, teetering on the edge of collapse. You're not just holding facts or whispers, you're holding fragments of shattered souls, skeletons locked deep inside closets, buried so deep that even they tried to forget. But those secrets, they're alive, pulsating with raw, dangerous energy. And now, you're the only one standing between them and destruction. You might feel tempted to turn away, to pretend ignorance, to bury this knowledge like a curse, best left unspoken. But let me tell you, ignorance is a luxury you no longer have. Once the darkness is revealed, it claws at your conscience, it gnaws at your resolve, it screams for recognition. You have the power to change the narrative, to rewrite the story that everyone else is afraid to tell. This isn't about revenge or petty games. This is about owning your truth and demanding accountability. Their secrets don't define just them anymore. They define a new reality you cannot ignore. Think about what this means for you. You're standing at a precipice between destruction and rebirth. The world may try to label you as the villain, the betrayer, the one who unleashed chaos. But history is written by those brave enough to face uncomfortable truths, the ones willing to strip away the masks and confront the ugliness beneath. You are that force now, the one who exposes the darkness so the light can find a way in. It's not easy, it's lonely, but it's necessary. The most dangerous thing about secrets is their power to corrupt, both the keeper and the exposer. You're no exception. You must guard your soul fiercely because the temptation to use this knowledge as a weapon to bend others to your will is strong. Revenge is a poison that can consume you from the inside. Instead, harness this revelation as a forge for your own strength. Let it sharpen your senses, steel your will, and ignite a fire of relentless truth within you. This fire is the only thing that can burn away lies without turning you to ash. And don't fool yourself thinking you can remain detached. Secrets are not just stories. They're living, breathing fragments of pain, betrayal, shame, and broken humanity. As you hold their darkest truths, you become entangled in their fate. You inherit their struggles whether you want to or not. But there is power in this inheritance, a chance to rise above the darkness and become a force for clarity and change. You are no longer a bystander. You are a catalyst. There will be consequences. You will lose allies, face enemies cloaked in deceit, confront shadows you never imagined. But every step forward is a victory against the silence that suffocates the truth. The path will test your resolve, but it will also reveal your true strength. In the wreckage of their secrets lies an opportunity to rebuild, not just yourself, but the world you live in. Because real transformation begins in darkness. The brightest flames rise from the deepest ashes. Remember this, bro. Darkness isn't the end. It's the beginning of awakening, of power, of brutal honesty. You hold the map to a hidden underworld where the lines between good and evil blur, where survival demands courage and raw honesty. What you do next will echo through your life and theirs. Choose wisely, because once their darkest secrets are exposed, nothing will ever be the same. And maybe, just maybe, that's exactly how it should be. Bro, let me be brutally clear. There's no going back now. The moment you stumbled upon their darkest secrets, the veil was ripped away forever. What once was hidden in shadow now bleeds into the light, raw and unforgiving. You can try to bury it, mask it with lies or silence, but the truth has a ruthless way of clawing back to the surface. It doesn't matter how many smiles they wear or how many stories they spin. Their skeletons rattle with a fury that won't be silenced. And you, whether you wanted it or not, became the bearer of that storm. In this world, secrets are currency. They are power, leverage, and chains all at once. You hold a treasure trove of pain and betrayal that others gambled their peace on. This knowledge could crush them, or it could save them if wielded with brutal honesty and wisdom. But make no mistake, the stakes are monumental. The shadows you've uncovered are not just theirs. They are a mirror to the fractures in every soul you encounter, including your own. This moment is a test of your humanity. Will you let their darkness pull you under, or will you become the light that rips through the night? When you expose secrets like this, you ignite fires that burn everything in their path, the facades, the lies, the pretenses. And yes, that fire can scorch you too. It's easy to be consumed by rage, by the thirst for revenge or justice. But rage is a hungry beast that will devour your soul if you feed it recklessly. The real power comes from restraint, choosing when to strike, how to reveal the truth without becoming the darkness yourself. Remember, those secrets have the power to destroy, but your strength lies in how you rise above that destruction. Bro, what you hold now is a weapon and a burden. You carry the weight of knowledge that can unravel lives, shatter alliances, and redefine reality. You've glimpsed the fractures behind the masks, the stains beneath the smiles. This is no longer just their battle. It's yours. You're caught in a war between shadow and light, between silence and truth. And the battlefield isn't out there somewhere. It's right here, in your heart, your mind, your very soul. But in this chaos lies clarity. The clarity to see the world not through rose-tinted lenses, but through unflinching, ruthless eyes that know the cost of deception. You are the keeper of that clarity, the guardian who decides what happens next. Will you hide behind fear, or will you stand tall, unafraid to wield the truth like a blade that cuts through darkness? The path is brutal, the consequence is harsh, but the reward is real power, the power to reshape lives, including your own. This is more than just a moment of exposure. It's a crucible of transformation. The secrets you uncovered are like poison in the veins of a corrupt system, but they are also the seeds of change. Use them wisely, because once unleashed, you cannot control where the ripples will go. You will face enemies cloaked in lies, allies who will question your loyalty, and a world that fears what you now carry. But remember, fear is a weapon for the weak. The strong don't just face fear, they become the storm that shatters it. So, bro, what's your choice? To hide in the shadows of ignorance, or to rise, scars and all, as a relentless force of truth? Their darkest secrets are out now, and you're the one holding the flame. Let it burn bright, burn clean, and burn fierce. Because only in the fiercest fires do the strongest warriors emerge. And that warrior, whether you realize it yet or not, is you. Bro, let that sink in. You didn't just stumble onto their secrets. You ripped the lock off the vault of their deepest fears, their sins, their shame. And now you're the storm they never saw coming. You're the walking proof that no matter how tight someone wraps their lies, truth always finds a crack to bleed through. You didn't ask for this. You didn't chase it. But fate doesn't ask for permission. It delivers consequences. And you, my brother, are the consequence they never anticipated. They thought they were safe behind silence. They thought their past would stay buried. But now their skeletons are out and screaming, and you're the only one who can hear them clearly. That kind of knowledge, it scars you. It sharpens your vision. It twists your reality into something you can never unsee. But that's not weakness. That's awakening. This moment is where soft minds shatter and iron minds rise. The world doesn't reward the blind. It bows to those who have seen the darkness and refuse to bow to it. Now let me ask you, do you really think this ends here? No. This was the trigger, the ignition, the spark that sets the whole system on fire. Because now that you've seen it, now that you know what's really hiding behind their carefully curated image, you can't be manipulated. They've lost control, and they know it. That fear you see in their eyes, that hesitation in their voice, that's not guilt, it's panic. Because the one thing more terrifying than being exposed is knowing that someone like you holds the match. But don't rush it. Don't be reckless. You're not here to explode and vanish. You're here to endure, to outlast, to become the storm that stays. Let them sweat. Let them crumble under the weight of their own lies. You don't need to scream or threaten. Your silence is loud enough. Your presence is pressure. They'll feel it every time they look at you because you carry the proof of what they tried to hide. And that kind of truth, it haunts them. You want to talk about real strength, real power? It's not just about breaking them with what you know. It's about not letting what you know break you. It's about walking with your head up, even when the whole damn world tries to twist your narrative. Because they'll try, bro. Oh, they'll try to flip it on you, call you the villain, paint you as bitter, envious, vindictive. But don't you flinch. The moment you bow your head, they win. You are the blade they tried to dull. You are the voice they hoped would stay silent. You are the nightmare they created with their own damn secrets. They'll say you betrayed them, but you didn't betray anyone. They betrayed themselves. They lied. They manipulated. They built castles on rot and then acted surprised when it all came crashing down. What you did, what you discovered, isn't betrayal. It's justice. It's consequence. It's the universe finally catching up with those who thought they could outrun it. And maybe you didn't mean to be that reckoning. Maybe it was all an accident. But now, you are that reckoning. You are the storm in their sky. And listen, don't think this is the end of your trials. This is just one shadow in a world of many. The truth? Everyone has a dark side. Everyone has secrets. Some just hide them better than others. But the difference now is you see it. You know how to read between the lines, listen between the words, feel the tension behind the smiles. And that awareness, that sixth sense, it's your weapon now. You've been given sight, and trust me, that kind of vision changes everything. This isn't a call to be cruel. This isn't a speech for vengeance. This is dark motivation. This is the raw truth that nobody wants to hear. Not all storms come to destroy. Some come to reveal, to cleanse. And sometimes, the only way forward is through hell. You've got the fire now, bro. Don't waste it on pointless destruction. Forge something unbreakable with it. Forge a version of yourself that no lie, no secret, no betrayal could ever shake. You think this pain is your curse? No. It's your forge. Let it mold you. Let it build you into something they'll never be able to control again. You've walked through their shadows and you're still standing. That's strength. That's survival. That's the beginning of mastery. From this point forward, you don't play by their rules. You make your own. You don't whisper the truth. You live it. Wear it like armor. Speak it like war drums. They want to forget what you saw. They want you to bury it, to act like it never happened. But why should you? Why should you carry the weight of their sins in silence? Never again. Silence is what let them flourish. Your voice, your presence, your knowing is what ends it. So here's the final truth, bro. You didn't just open their darkest secrets. You unlocked your own power. Now carry it, not like a weapon, but like a crown.